Welcome to the Savvy Scribe podcast, a podcast for healthcare professionals who want to build a profitable writing business. I'm Janine Kalbach, your host, and I am a mom to 2 boys. I'm a wife, a Great Dane lover, a registered nurse, and a content writing business owner. I am committed to help you moving your business forward because I've been there. I get it. I understand that life is busy and distracting, but many of us are burnt out at the bedside, working too many hours, and are ready for a change. Every week, I will deliver actionable advice and thought leaders in the industry to help you move along in your business. Welcome to the show.
Do you guys love what you're hearing? Why don't you join me in our group on Facebook? It's a closed group for those that have to answer questions and get in, but it's the Savvy Scribe Collective over on Facebook. You can visit our website, www.thesavvyscribepodcast.com, to also get a link. See you in the collective. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Savvy Scribe. I am your host, Janine Kalbach, and today I'm talking all about ways I make money as a freelance writer that isn't just writing. And you guys might be like, well, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. And you might not be. If you're just starting out in your business, like I did in 2015 when I started out, I was only a writer. That's what I wanted to do. That's why I went into writing, right? And it's not that I don't write anymore. I still do. I still definitely have freelance writing clients that I write for. And there's different types of writing I do, but I always started out with blog writing and article writing, content writing, and I was making a few thousand a month, just from writing. And now I've diversified my income streams a little bit more to make more passive income and active income. And I think that's what is key to business in itself, whether you go into real estate or anything really, you should have some sort of passive income as well as your active income, because you never know when clients are going to go away, when budgets are going to change and whatnot. So here are the 7 ways that I make money as a freelance writer. So when you start out, like I said, we talked about just writing and writing and writing, and then eventually you're going to go up the ladder a little bit and think about different things to do, because you can't just write all the time. We've talked about this on different podcast episodes, that it's like eating cake. I love cake, and I would eat cake every day of my life, but I probably would eventually get sick of cake. And the same thing goes for writing. If you just content write all the time, 40 hours a week, you may eventually get sick of it. And that's not what you went into business for. You went into business because you enjoyed it. So this option of just different income streams gives you that opportunity to enjoy other things. So one of the first things I start with is the passive income streams that I have. Right now, I have 2 of them. My book, called Entrepreneurs, 30 plus nurses turn into business owners and share their secrets to success, is my first book that I published, and it does okay. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to be a millionaire off my book, but I sell it on Amazon, and it was one of those bucket list things for me. So why not make money from it? So that's one of the things I do to make some passive income. Another thing is through my course, Plan, Create, Launch, Land, and Grow Your Health Writing Business. That's available for purchase all the time. And all I do differently with that is have discount codes every once in a while when I'm planning different launches on it. In the future, I am also going to be doing more courses because I really like making them. They're fun to me, they're creative, and I'm kind of a nerd in that way. I like to make PowerPoint presentations. So that's definitely something I'm going to do in the future. Eventually, I would love to make money off this podcast, but as for now, it just costs me when I make it. I'm not making money because I haven't gone that route yet. I got to build it up a little bit. Just like when you blog, you have to get traffic to it first. So that being said, if you know anybody, right, please let them know about the podcast. The second thing you can do, and this is not writing, but it is writing, really, is social media management. If there's a platform, don't be an all or nothing, right? Be a niche person when it comes to social media managing, and I'll tell you why. Because each social media platform is different. There are different algorithms, there's different strategies, and if you really want to specialize in one, I would suggest taking a course and learning as much as you possibly can about it. But that being said, that's if you want to specialize in just one platform. Like if you think about people that are specialists in their different platforms, like there's Facebook ads. People go into Facebook ads and make a ton of money because they know the algorithms and how to make sure that the ad makes that company money and leads or whatever they're looking for. But if you want to manage someone's social media, you do have to know a little bit about every platform, the hashtags, the keywords, the posting times of the day. There's different applications out there to help you with that. The one I use for my business is called Recur Post, but there's Buffer, there's Hootsuite. There's different applications that you can use to manage your own social media. And if you enjoy doing it, you can do it for other people's social media. So that is something you could look into. I would give yourself some training behind it. Don't just willy-nilly it and hope for the best, because you do have a client and you should know how to actually do it except for yourself. If you notice that you've grown yourself over time, you're obviously doing something right. So you'd obviously want to implement that with a client. The other side of it is writing, because you do have to come up with some creative things to put out onto social media so that people click through, or whatever that company wants their reader to do, whatever call to action that is. Some sites offer, a flat fee for a post. So think about, how many posts you want to do a day for a different company, but truly that's a whole different type of business. Like whatever you want to do, make your pricing model, to make yourself some extra income. You can offer that as one of your services. So if social media management is something that you're interested in, your focus is going to be growing a company's following, upping their engagement, driving traffic to their website, again, whatever that call to action is. But they will probably want some metrics, some analytics, and make sure that you know exactly how to do this. Another thing you can do, a third thing, is editing. Now, personally, I would never do this because I don't think I'm a very good editor. I benefit from my editor. Thank you, Sarah. But if you think you might be a very good editor, this is something that people want. This is what other freelancers want. This is what companies want. So definitely, if you enjoy editing, get paid for it and make it one of your services. Another way, a fourth way, to make extra money as a freelance writer that I have done is guest blogging. I've been paid to guest blog on other people's blogs. And now, let me just throw out there, a lot of sites don't pay for guest contributors, but if you are going to be a paid contributor, why not? Why not do it? And it can also make you profitable in your own business because it can link back to you and different things that you offer to your website. The fifth way you can do some extra money on the side as a freelance writer is through affiliate sales. And I don't know if you have ever thought about doing this, but sometimes when I do a podcast episode or I write a blog post, I want to share some resources or programs or courses or applications or different services that I use. And you can put your affiliate link in for discounts on your membership, and or you can get paid to get, or you can get paid to just put that in your content, and then when someone clicks on it, you get money. Now, this isn't a way, I don't think, unless you make your blog way too congested with ads and whatnot, to really make a ton of money. But it is, again, a little bit of extra money on the side. And again, this is something you could possibly do as a passive income type of thing. A sixth thing is ghostwriting. And I will tell you, when I first became a freelance writer, I didn't really understand the concept of ghostwriting because I didn't think that it would be lucrative, nor did I think that I would ever want to do it, because why would I want to write something that I never even got known for? But I will tell you, ghostwriting is actually more lucrative because you don't get known for it, and people want you to do it. So what ghostwriting is, let me just explain it to you, is you're providing content, but you're not getting credit for it. And sometimes you're hired by a company to write their blog, and maybe the byline is actually somebody else in the company or the CEO, or maybe there is no byline. And again, some people don't like this because they want to get known. They want to build their portfolio. Totally understandable. Being a ghostwriter, you don't have to just do it for healthcare. If you want to be a ghostwriter for, what do I always go with? My little Great Danes. I love my Great Danes, and I know a lot about the breed. So if I wanted to ghostwrite, why not? I could write about Great Danes if that's just something I wanted to do. So it lets me write outside my comfort zone of health and go into different areas for different companies if I wanted to. And I have. The seventh thing isn't really a topic that's totally clear, but this is, other work, we'll call it. And other work is to use your writing skills in different areas. And I want to just share that different writing that I have done is through courses for companies that are looking for CEUs for nurses. And that's different than just content writing, right? So I have done that. I have done some web research for companies that just hired me to do that. Again, they paid me a very good rate for that. I've been hired to do some virtual assistant type of work for companies that I didn't portray myself as a social media manager, but I've portrayed myself as someone who knew a lot about Pinterest and a lot about Facebook. So I was able to help that company with their work. Another thing I was able to do is write for a company just with Another thing I did was I wrote for a company that was looking for clinicians to write because they wanted the content to be medically accurate in their presentations for insurance companies. So again, not the typical blog writing or article writing, but definitely different type of work. Another thing I did was a little bit of web design for a company. They needed a website, and I built a few websites in my day. So I was able to put together a website for them for quite a much cheaper, I'm sure, than a web designer themselves. But they were very happy with it. Again, this is something that use the skills you already have, because you can probably monetize them whether you know it or not. So always keep your mind open and your service line open. Try to get your client on the phone, because that's when you're going to be able to discover their needs and pitch something that you might not even think you were able to make money with. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything I missed, or there's anything that you do in your business that you didn't think you'd ever make money doing, I want to hear about it. Come on and join us in our Savvy Scribe. Come on and join us in the Savvy Scribe Collective, and we'll talk. Take care and go get your write on.
It's live, my first course. I'm so excited to tell you guys that my first course, Plan, Create, Launch, Land, and Grow Your Health Writing Business, is now live. If you head on over to growthlab.thesavvyscribepodcast.com, it's available to purchase right now. Jump on in. Everybody is saying so many wonderful things, and I can't wait for you to be a part of it.
That's a wrap for today's episode of The Savvy Scribe. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, we'd love for you to subscribe and leave a review on iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Until next time.